Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the S-Team podcast. We're back for the new year. I'm Jack Millington, and joining me this week, as usual, as ever, first of all, it's Mikey Newman Keating. Also joining us this week,
he's a chance to say anything.
He's co-hosted the podcast before. It's Matty Fresh Start Morris. It's New Year. I thought I'd do something nice for a change. New Year, and I'm already getting my arse exploded by everything. Come on,
someone's going to do it.
What is it then? I was being nice, and you two are already.
Hey,
you
for the past 12 months,
you take my hospitality. You take my bed. You just take liberties in my room, and then you go, oh, we'll just give you this shit name as well.
Who'd give you a cushion?
Who's giving you food?
Hang on, let's
Janie DeLong.
Let's roll this back. Who said I asked for any of this?
Because we know your answer anyway. Oh, can I have one? No, I don't want any. 5 minutes later. Oh, can I have one of them?
Oh no, I'll take the stuff that I want at the end. There's a difference.
That's actually a fair point, because you must open there's like half a Tesco with like all the...
Oh no, do you know I'm actually a now online distributor of the food that you've left behind for Tesco? So come on, what is this middle name of mine then?
Jack off Keating. Millington.
I don't like the fact that you've blended mine in with his. That's just disturbing.
I wasn't thinking.
No offence, Mike, but I don't want to be blended with your name. And to be fair, I don't think you'd want to be blended with mine either.
That's actually... I think we could come to agree with on that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it was supposed to be jacking off Millington.
I think if you'd have called it Jack off Millington, that would have been spot on.
That's what I was going to say,
Yeah,
but obviously
Jack
this buffoon decides to jump in.
I said Keating.
This gorilla, decides to jump into the fray.
I've got a picture of him. You know how we take the mick out of you for the aeroplane thing with your haircut?
Yeah.
I've got a picture of him halfway eating through a bloody chicken to himself. Right, and he pulls the worst face I've ever seen as well. I'll have to show you that later, just as a spot of revenge.
Get this, he turns to me the other day. On we'll talk about gaming news.
Before we get started though, a few months back, right, this is back in 2015, I couldn't sleep.
It feels like a year away, that milk. Fucking right.
Oh, fucking this guy. This wanker. Oh, look at him.
Your best mate. Oh, what up?
But literally, a few months back I couldn't sleep. I remember you telling you about it.
Oh yeah, your little nausea moments.
For about 2 weeks I couldn't sleep properly. And you know how when you can't
and what
sleep...
did we tell you what to do, man?
You know when you can't sleep...
What did we tell you what to do?
But do you remember, as I'm getting to the point, I couldn't sleep. And you know when you can't sleep, you start thinking about things, strange madness things. And you start thinking about... You even start thinking about like, you know... Like, oh God, thank you.
See?
Who said I'm eating it now? But the thing is, remember, you start thinking about strangely like stuff that you've done in the past and stuff. You know what I'm
on.
about.
Oh, fuck off, Mill.
You do, right? And then you start thinking about, and then I started thinking about like the mates and how I've met them, and I thought about him,
God.
how I met him.
How did you meet him?
I was at uni. To be brutally honest, I think me and Matty would have met at some point anyway. I think our paths had just not crossed until that point.
Yeah, I think it was a bit where it's like, okay, we're going to keep them to... Oh, no, keep them apart. Keep them apart. Oh, yeah. God.
And then I thought about meeting him. And I thought about all the things that we've got up to in the last... well, it's nearly 11 years now, to be honest. But then I realised something, and we've took the piss out of him in the past to this. But what I'm going to do is, like I did with him when I did a social experiment, I'm going to do a confirmation experiment with you.
I'm not liking that.
Now the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to state facts. I'm going to question you just to double check here. Right.
Look how many girlfriends you've had since we've been mates? No. Correct answer.
How many before that? No.
Correct
how many
answer.
After?
No. What?
He can see the future. He's a mage. But literally, right. I'm going to state.
Do I have a coach skinny?
No.
Can I say something? Right. You don't like Ferraris. That's a fact.
A stupid.
You
fact.
don't really though. You don't like Alphas.
Lamborghinis.
When it comes to popular cars, you'd rather go with the alternatives such as JDM. Am I right? You would agree with that. You'd rather pick a yeah. I'm only stating facts here. This is just a
The fact he's actually come up with this is shitting me up because I know something's going to come along and he's going to come on with his little fucking donkey and his little fucking...
It's a Nigerian powered horse.
Okay, a Nigerian powered donkey, alright?
It's a horse.
Donkey. Anyway, with his little sword and shield, with the Millington and the little fucking donkey on the shield.
Get to the point.
I'm trying
Get
to, but
point.
right, that's confirmed. When it comes to music, mainstream music, you don't really listen to it, do you?
I listen to bits.
You don't really, though. Let's be honest. No, you don't. You'd admit that you'd rather listen to 90s rap music than. Again, you'd rather listen to the alternative, wouldn't you? You'd rather listen to other stuff than main music.
I'm not liking the way this is going.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. How many songs in 2015 that were actually released in 2015 did you like?
0.
Well,
There's
about 5, 6.
I don't even think you'd say that many, to be
To be fair, I've only started listening to the radio in the past.
So 5. Okay, let's go with 6. That number's just on the cusp of where it needed to be. Thanks, Mike. Now, there's other stuff as well. You prefer films over books. You'd say that yourself. Yeah.
Because I can't read.
I'm only stating facts here. This is literally what I'm doing. Right.
It's going to lead into a...
Termination, and there's your P45, mate. Thanks for being part of the S2. 5.
But
oh hello, Mike. I've been looking for you. Ah, shit.
As I was going to say though, when you go into analysis of stuff, right? You go into proper. When you do, and it's a rare occasion when you do it properly, don't you? Like with your work.
I do my work to the best of my
ability. That's what I'm saying.
Cheeky shit.
I wasn't even insulting you.
I don't know what to...
But when you've got to analyse something properly, you do it properly, right? Yeah. When you watch right, and when you go and watch films, you have to watch films with people. You can't watch stuff on your own.
Yeah.
This is fact. I'm not saying anything's wrong with all this. I'm just stating fact.
Yeah, but most people will see this. Oh, fucking hell, he's a bit of a weirdo. Won't read the book.
Right.
Can't
no.
Can't this. Can't that.
Right.
Shut up.
When it comes to holiday destinations, right, the most famous places would be like Ayia Napa and stuff like that. Where would you go? You wouldn't go to Ayia Napa though, would you? You'd go to America or somewhere.
What? Just America?
But you'd go to a different place. You wouldn't go to Ayia Napa.
Where's
Where the hell's Ayia Napa?
In the same country that you went to last year.
Turkey. Oh, I've been to Turkey. I
You've been to Turkey, but Ayia Napa's like...
I'd love to go to Istanbul, Tokyo...
Wait. Ayia Napa's sort of like a Ibiza type place. But you wouldn't... again, it's not... You
Not
wouldn't.
my theme.
No. Now, I've stated all of these facts.
Go on.
I've presented all of these things, and you can't argue with fact.
Where's the punch?
No.
It's not a punch, it's a sledgehammer.
No.
I've stated all...
Where's the 45 calibre to the back of my head right now?
One last thing, just to... You don't keep up with modern fashion trends, do you? Let's be fair.
Obvious.
Your type of thing would be, if you want to go out and look smart, you buy yourself a brand new pair of jeans and shoes. I'm right, aren't I?
I tried to walk out mine before with joggers.
I knew he wouldn't go with a suit or something suave, would he?
No.
Fuck off, do you think you made the money?
Yeah,
how much
got a job.
But
Rent.
as we were saying...
To work?
Shut up.
Off topic.
Food? Bits?
Porn.
No, because I don't watch porn.
You such a bad
fucking lie.
No, seriously, I don't.
I
actually don't. I really don't.
You're such a bad liar.
Your poker face is awful.
I don't.
I know. Thank you. Now we've come to all of these facts, right? He's taking his time chewing down on that, isn't he? I meant it like that. We've stated all of these facts. You've admitted them yourself, right? You'd agree to that. You can't. Now, even though we got to remember, Mikey is the type of person who will try and argue against fact.
No.
It is a fact.
Jeans are always in fashion.
They're not really fact.
Do you know when you
go to a black tie event, you don't see a man come up with a black tie and jeans, do you?
Jeremy Clarkson.
Like he's the type of
you.
person to go to. Oh, right, he's the most fashionable person in the world, is he? No.
Richard Danvers.
No. Mill.
Who would wear a
He
suit?
turned up to somebody's wedding with a shirt, a tie, smart shoes, and a pair of jeans.
He didn't know it was a wedding.
That was the Top Gear challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
everyone else turned up like looking smart.
Shut up, though. Right, I've come to all this point now. This has all been confirmed. Now you're probably wondering, What has this got to do with what I was thinking about a few months ago? Well, I realised what you are.
I'm a bit.
But apart from that, I realised what you are, and we've joked about this before. But the horrible realisation for you is that it's actually true.
Don't you dare call me a gypsy.
You're not a gypsy. Do you know what he is?
Go on.
Now, just for the record, his name is Michael Keating. Michael Richard Keating, born in Birkenhead, lives now in Beverton. If you go past Laker Hill, you've gone too far, turn around. Michael Keating is a hipster. Think about everything that I've just said. All the alternative things.
I am not a hipster. I am not a hipster.
All the things I've just said.
No, I am not a
Think
hipster.
about it.
How am I a hipster? I am not a hipster.
How can you argue? And here he goes arguing with facts.
I'm not a hipster.
You've confirmed all the things that a hipster would like. Now, before he goes on the attack and says, well, doesn't it make you a hipster? Quite simply because we don't tick all the boxes like you do.
What of your boxes
We only
that
tick- we only
you've
tick
created?
some of
Oh,
those
what?
boxes.
That's funny. Mike likes that. Sick. Oh, he also likes that.
Hey,
Sick.
your social experiment was a lot better than mine.
You got a
I'm
clown horn.
Exactly.
I got interrogated. Okay, that's different.
You think that's an interrogation? Wait until you see what's next week's podcast.
Yeah, it's your turn next, son.
Put clown horn free.
No, we can already establish that he's insane. But before we move on to the stories,
No.
he wants to come back and try and argue with facts.
No.
Let him try. Let him try.
Right. It's not where. Sorry. There's nothing wrong with wearing jeans.
Yes.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with
There's
it.
nothing wrong with listening to old 80s and 90s tunes.
Wait there. I didn't say there was anything wrong with jeans. I just
So
said
that you
there's
do
your
it.
fashion sense. I
Yeah.
said hipsters.
I don't go out!
Hipsters
The
also
only
wear
time I
jeans.
leave the house is I actually come to this podcast and go to work. Other than that, I sit on
And
my
you wear
ass.
jeans to all
And
of
he
it.
goes to the pub.
And you
I
wear
don't.
jeans. Yes,
I
you
haven't been
do.
in the pub. I have not been in the pub since I moved house.
Bullshit, I took you last
Regarding
week.
your social status aside,
Christmas Eve. No, before Christmas.
Yeah.
We went in the pub.
Yeah.
When you moved house.
Not that pub though, was it?
It's a
I was
fucking pub.
literally just come out of work as well.
It's
And what was I wearing?
Jeans.
hipsters wear jeans, just for the record. I'm not. Before you get caught up on the fact, which you already have, that I'm saying you're a hipster because you wear jeans. No, I'm talking about the fact that you were going to come out here wearing joggers.
No, they were pyjamas.
Joggers.
Like Christmassy.
The
pink,
joggers.
Pinky purple
The
pyjamas.
the joggers?
Fluffy typed.
Joggers!
Mike, you're a hipster.
I'm not.
I know you don't want to. I know you don't like saying that. It could be worse. I could have called you a gypsy, couldn't I?
I'd rather a fucking gypsy. I'm not a gypsy. I'm not a hipster. I'm just Mike, okay?
Who wears pink,
Mike the hipster.
purple pyjamas?
You wear
Fuck off, you are that.
Hang on. You wear pyjamas. Okay, you're now confirmed as a fucking hipster. Before we get into
I can't sleep naturally. You gotta have a bit of comfortability.
before we get
Yeah, exactly.
into news,
I prefer just to have that cradle of love there. Just nice.
I don't want to
I
know.
want to know. We're going to guess a song now because it's New Year. I've got a very dark feeling that one of you two will get this, and in revenge, he'll probably get it.
Can't you say so?
What?
You talk miles to it.
Yeah, but it's New Year and miracles can happen.
Just not with us two.
I'm going to play it and regret the fact that I've played it, but here we go. Hopefully it'll load alright. Everyone knows what this is. It's so blindingly obvious. I'm going to turn it down just so YouTube regulations can't quite pick up on it. Please tell me you know what this is.
I don't know the name of it.
You don't know the name of it, but you know it.
I've heard it.
Oh,
Mikey's taking his time.
Gerbil's running on the treadmill now.
I'm going to try and... I will skip to the chorus. Everyone knows this. I swear if you don't know this, I'm not even going to bother.
Whoever the song plays.
See, miracles don't happen.
Told you.
Firestarter by The Prodigy.
Ah, that's where I heard it.
I haven't listened to fucking Prodigy in ages.
But you know the Firestarter. Everyone knows Firestarter.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
I I'm going to go around with no prodigy, but not Firestarter.
Go with a song, please.
Unfortunately not. Now it's
Oh,
your job.
that song contest was the day over.
Yeah, Mikey might obviously won that. Yeah. As always.
So what was the year, lads, when that came out? I've got a really dark feeling that one of you
2002.
2002, okay. It's not too bad of a guess, to be brutally honest.
Yeah, poker face.
To be brutally honest with you, I actually didn't have a clue what year this was, so I didn't get it either.
2001.
2001.
Shit.
You're both way out. Well, you're not way out, but you're definitely out. I thought you'd get this. I
When
genuinely...
was it?
1997.
I was actually
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
I was going to
I
say
didn't think
19.
Prodigy were that old.
Yeah.
Really? Shit.
I was actually going to say 1998, I thought.
But did he throw you off by saying 2002? Yeah. Thought he did. When he said it, I just went, Mikey will go 2001 or 3 now. Just to make sure he's 1 year either side. Now, because the news this week has been
Shit.
rather piss poor,
Oh,
and
unfortunately, it's a death lads.
I'm not talking about death, unfortunately.
Thank God.
Who says you could just jump in and run the show?
I am next week.
I don't know if you heard them.
You're not to piss off you.
I'm running it for 1 day only. 69th episode. Everything's upside down.
Do you know the best thing is?
Thanks for listening to the podcast. Matty, we've just started.
Do you know the best thing is? Matty doesn't know what number we're on,
Nope, I do not.
so that's good. We'll get past the 69th episode and then tell them when they can do it.
Yeah.
Never. I'm going to start with a piece of news, Dan. All I'm going to say is drive-bys have now started in England.
Oh, fuck.
Just the title gets me though. A car carrying 2 people has been shot at a McDonald's restaurant car park in Hull. Now, the title of this is a manhunt after gunfire outside Hull McDonald's, which already sounds strange as it is.
Yeah.
Why shoot up McDonald's? The food's decent.
They're not shooting up. The food's deep. Mikey Keating, ladies and gentlemen. Armed officers and police helicopter were sent to the restaurant at about 11:30. After reported gunfire, police said a blue Volkswagen Golf, James Coulson, containing 2 people was fired at and its windows had been shot out. Now, they're now after a manhunt after a car that has been allegedly been shooting at this other one. No one said why this has happened. No one has said anything about it. But all we can say is, why outside of McDonald's?
Why not outside, like...
When people are eating...
Isn't it great? The first main story of the year is about a drive-by at McDonald's in Hull. They're like the 2 most depressing places you could go to on earth, McDonald's and Hull.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
I don't know what's more depressing.
Hull or McDonald's.
Yeah. It's fucking hard.
Don't worry, Hull, you're not the worst you're not the worst city in the world.
Manchester.
No. Watford. But,
That's actually a good point.
Now, the car has, according to the police officer, sped off. Yeah. And according to Darren Woodhead, who was in the McDonald's drive-through queue when the shooting took place, said, I heard gunshots close to us and the car sped off out of the drive-through. Well, that's genuinely what a drive-by is, isn't it? I'm no gangster correlation reporter, but I'm pretty sure a drive-by is where you drive by, shoot people,
and go away.
Is it meant to freeze?
What were you saying, Matt? Were you going to say something? You had your hand up.
I was thinking about no pushing, but
Mikey, what were you going to say? Because I've got a funny feeling that you've got an opinion on this.
I do.
What's your opinion?
Why?
On? Yeah.
Wait, did they actually shoot at another car?
They shot at another car.
Shot at the fucking sky, and that's why the ones at night. They shot at God in heaven.
They shouted Ali Akbar.
You just said they shot and then drove fast away from the drive-through.
Yeah.
So I thought you might have been in the
shot
drive-through.
at the blue Volkswagen Golf, as I alluded to 2 minutes earlier, Matty.
Okay. I bet.
I don't get why they did that. I'd love to find out. I'd love to come back to this story in a few weeks, maybe, if they found like the people who did it and find out why. Could it be some? Do they have gangs in Hull? I don't know much about Hull to really. Do they have gangs in Hull?
Hull's a sea.
I think it is, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. It's a big place.
I've been to Hull twice. I've never noticed it. It's just like a single road.
Alright.
Mm.
Because
Because I was going to Holland with the family, and you just go. It's just like a single road to the docks. It's like there's no turn-offs or anything.
That puts a whole new meaning to the song by Madness. Our house in the middle of our street, in the middle of our city, in the middle of our country.
Hull in the middle of our street.
Was that your impression of a Hull accent?
No, that's actually my impression of sitting there and singing Hull by the S Team, yeah.
Available to download now for our New Year's album, featuring such classics as I'm a Knobhead by Matty Morris.
And Jingle Bells by the Goat Band.
That new story was so 2015.
Oh, so sad.
I've got a new story for Matty. As he rustles his way really loudly.
So
The phrase.
It'll be his mum. It'll be his mum.
Hold on. Mummy.
So after that lovely interruption by Matty's mother, we're
Mummy! Sorry, I have to do it.
You're welcome.
now, this is news specifically for Matty. Now, remember how I took the mick out of Mikey on the podcast when the traffic wombles caught him out?
Is that every
No,
podcast
no,
that
no,
you take
no,
the piss
no,
out? No,
not
no.
so long ago.
Every podcast you take the piss out of me, can I just add?
Not the rat. No,
Well,
not,
this time,
not the little wombles.
Matty got caught out by the walking wombles.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Is hilarious.
Now,
What did you do, Matt?
I didn't do fuck all.
No, Matt. What did you do?
no, don't put him on the spot like that. Basically,
I got put on the
dro-
fucking
I
spot.
dropped the receipt, went to pick it up, thought fuck it, went back to the car, and then
got caught out by the littering wombles. Or as I like to call them, there are two types of wombles, people. There's the traffic wombles and the walking wombles.
Unless there's a ton of rats.
I don't call them that.
I do.
I call the traffic wombles. But the point is, Matty, how much did you get fined?
80 for within 14 days, 60 within 10.
Now,
So what did you pay?
60.
That's all we need to know.
Well, I'm sorry.
I can't believe that's made you laugh that hard.
No, like a simple answer which was 60 quid.
This is like what this is
It's
like when I'm
It's
asking
like-
you a simple question and you give a roundabout answer. Except you're more extreme than he is. But literally, Matty, don't drop litter again. And do you want to know why?
Why?
Penalties for people who drop litter could reach as much as £150 in the upcoming
Really?
rule. Apparently, the minimum fine is going to double up to £100. Do you know, bear in mind that other councils set the range between 50 and 80. It's only Birkenhead that makes it 80. I think they're a very...
Chester it was. No, it was Birkenhead.
That's
wasn't it?
fucking Upton.
Do you know what makes me laugh the most? Is you phoned me when I was in work, and I quote,
Do you know why this is being done? Now, the Queen, not that I watch the Queen's message at Christmas, because quite frankly, I don't give a toss. Oh, we must do more for the Queen, she's royalty, and oh, fuck off, she's a wanker. But,
yeah, actually it's not like that.
oh, well, I don't care. The thing is, do you want to know what the campaign's being called? To support...
We hate our country, now go and suffer.
No, unfortunately, we're not running a dystopian world by young Matty Morris. No, it's actually called the Clean for Queen campaign. That just sounds like the... Do you know what? That sounds like a gay parade in the middle of Liverpool.
What?
But apparently they're doing this for Her Majesty's 90th birthday because she wanted to see like the streets being cleaned, which to be fair, I can completely understand. But
We'll take
I don't
on
know
more
why-
fucking street cleaners then.
But one, take on more street cleaners, which would make sense. Secondly, I don't... You know, if you've littered, let's say, a receipt...
Oh, I
like
empty
you
the
did-
fucking bins every day, not every once in a fucking blue moon. Where the fuck do you want us to put it?
in the bin.
When the bin's full.
Or in someone else's bin.
And I think go, who the fuck do you think you're putting in my bin?
Well, it looks like you've got a job to do over this year, making friends with your neighbours. But literally, like, I felt, it's like, it's a good idea, but like most things with this government, or the past governments, even when
Stupid.
Labour were in charge, they've not thought it through.
Nope.
It's a good idea, but you need to employ people to do it. You also need to stop charging for people, I'd say, who litter receipts, because let's be fair, anything that's light enough to blow away, I don't think that's, you can't really find someone, a tenner at most, but not 80 bloody pound, because I just don't see the point in that. I do think though, if people have taken dogs out for walks and they do a poo, they should be charged £1 million.
That's actually a separate fine.
I know, but it still should be done. Thanks, Matt, for that all over me bed.
It's on the leg.
Oh, over his bed.
On my bed. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, I know littering and dogfouling are two separate things. The fact of the matter remains, shouldn't there be more punishment for people who have dogs? Because I hate seeing...
The fine for dog littering now is around, what, 100 quid?
I think it's more than that. I think it's 500 at like the maximum penalty you can get. I reckon that should be £1,000. I don't like seeing that. It's a horrible thing.
Everywhere you go around Greaseby's dog shit fucking everywhere.
Well, there you go. Let them start with fucking Greaseby then.
There you go, £1,000. You won't be taking Polly out anymore for a walk.
She doesn't get out anyway.
Imagine you take Molly for a walk, a car, mum. My legs are broken. Sitting there walking down the stairs. My legs are broke.
But anyway, for the main news on my end at least, that's it done for this week because it's been that poor.
Is that it?
For main news, I haven't got to weird news. What do you want to say? I don't really want to talk about death on a New Year.
Let's go on BBC News. Hold on.
James Catch.
No.
No, don't. Just. Let's have a look. Oh, I heard about that.
Former Wigan defender went missing in December.
Dead? I said, is he dead?
Do you know the phrase
No,
timing?
I
You have none of that.
No, Matty, he was found alive with fucking goblins, wasn't he? Yeah.
Was it?
That's a dark joke to make in a dark period of time.
No, unfortunately, he was found. He was supposed to be visiting his family for Christmas in Paris, but he never got there. And yesterday, they found his body in the River Rhine, which is in Germany.
No foul play is suspected, is there, of this Wigan defender? I believe. They believe it could have either happened by natural causes or he's just jumped in.
Wait, so he actually did die?
Gahori was reported missing after attending the Christmas party of his German club TSV Steinbach. He was meant to visit his family in Paris but never arrived.
Get off your phone.
German police confirmed his body had been found in the River Rhine in the western city of Krefeld.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Why?
No, go on.
Brain functioning, Keating, power.
No, I've got. He's got a question, and I want to know what it is.
Where is Steinbach? Is it like West Germany? Is it or East Germany?
West.
Like where? I'm just thinking. But why would he do it?
Well, you never know. He might have just. He could have. You know, it hasn't.
Drunk.
There's not been no post-mortem. He could have had a heart attack. It's not impossible.
Had a heart attack and just dropped into the water on the way home.
It could happen. It's not entirely...
No, I'm not saying it's not.
No, I'm just saying, but it's not
You've
entirely...
been walking
This
out.
is a great way to start the new year, lads. Great.
Do I see
Well,
you? Do you know
we
what?
see you contributing? No, we don't.
I bring out the jokes and the laughs.
No, you bring out the chaos, which
Exactly,
I'd rather not have. Not on a podcast.
So what's our thoughts on the new F1 thing, boys? Of Christian Horner having a go, they're saying there should be more rules.
Is he having a go again?
What's he said?
You need rule changes.
He's right. Yeah, he's right. No, right. I know we've moved quite swiftly on from the Wigan defender passing away, but to say about the F1, to be brutally honest, and I've championed this for the last, I'd say
4 years.
Well, I'd go even further back than that. For the last 18 months, I've been pushing for this. F1 needs ground effect. That's what it needs. Ground effect, if nobody knows what this is...
Isn't that the big massive thing that was under the car?
It's effectively a plate underneath the car, and if you have more direct airflow going underneath the car, it gives more grip, which saves the need for having these big wings. Big wings on the front and the back of the car creates more dirty air at the back. Dirty air stops cars from overtaking, as we know in F1, which is why F1 in the last 2 years has been piss poor for overtaking at best. Which is why we've had to rely on DRS. If you had grip generating from the ground underneath, it'd promote clean air which would pass underneath the car, underneath to the other car, which would generate more slipstream and more speed. This would then prove to be more of a challenge to the other driver at the back trying to overtake. But the fact of the matter is, there'd be no dirty air, there'd be more chance of him overtaking. If you put ground effect on a car, it would increase the overtaking. I could work this out if I really wanted to, but I reckon you could increase it by at least 300% per race. So that would make it...
If he kept the DRS...
Well, I wouldn't say 300%, but I'd reckon it would go from an average of 30 overtakes per race to about 50 or 60.
It's not that poor, is it?
It is that poor.
Jesus Christ. No wonder I fell asleep.
That's why, like, tyre strategy is so crucial at the minute. Pirelli needs to produce a durable tyre for a kick-off.
Yeah, but then
This is the 5-star plan to make F1 better. Firstly, you distribute the costs properly. Admittedly, the historical costs, because the manufacturers and you need manufacturers, they get a bit more, but the smaller teams need more. That's a fact. Number 2, you need ground effect. I've just proven my point for ground effect. I don't think I need to explain that anymore.
No.
Number 3, there needs to be more security about historical tracks. Now, we've started to lose. We've just lost the Nürburgring. I probably wouldn't be surprised if we lost Hockenheim at some point.
No, Hockenheim is a go-ahead this season.
I meant in the future. We nearly lost Monza, but that's been secured for the next few years.
It's not due to Ferrari.
Silverstone, even though everyone would go, oh, Silverstone's really expensive, they make a loss on every single race they host, despite the ticket prices. And even though everyone's going, well, the cost should be cheaper. Well, the cost of holding the event should be cheaper, but they can't work that out without charging the prices up to make a profit. If you want Silverstone to stay, you have to pay more. That's the ideological thing. So we need to protect the historic tracks. No need to go to new countries that, to be brutally honest, there are some tracks that have no... I mean, I'm looking at the new track that's coming up this year, Azerbaijan in Baku.
What's it called? The Grand Prix of Europe or something?
It's the European Grand Prix, which is the first time since Valencia. Before that, it was the Nürburgring. Before that, it was Donington. But you look at that track, I've looked at the track layout, and I'm sitting there going, it could be quite good. But I guarantee...
It's not going to be one of those tight races, is it?
They haven't put pictures out to show, but I've seen the track. I've seen the track layout, and I love the track layout. I'm not going to lie; it's very impressive.
Baku.
Yeah, I looked at it and I thought
it looks interesting. To be fair,
but the problem is,
like new tracks are getting.
Bear in mind, FIA, you know what the FIA stands for.
Yeah, Federation Internationally.
Federation International
Automotive.
Basically, French.
Why the French? Why French? Why not British?
If it hadn't been for the French, we wouldn't have F1. Shut your face. The French.
If it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have football. No fucking thanks us.
Actually, I think you'll find the Scottish invented football.
No, we invented football.
The Scottish invented football.
We robbed it off the
William
Scottish.
McGregor invented football, and the team's first.
Back onto F1. Back onto F1.
He's trying to. Shut it. The fact of the matter is that French haven't had a race since Matty. Well, in a motorsport like Formula 1, run by the French, and they don't have a French track, it beggars belief.
What's that massive track that used to be on the old 2000 game?
The one that had the world's longest turn too.
Yeah.
It just went forever and ever.
And then
had that massive straight, and then you had the big hairpin at the end. Matty was not. It was not the greatest track.
I thought it was fun to drive,
but it was brilliant to watch because the French had a thing like the British do, because when they hosted the French Grand Prix, it was always in the summer, just about time for their tropical storms. So they had cracking races, so we didn't mind that. The problem is, we need to. That's the third point. The fourth point is, more needs to be done about the engine tokens. Now, no matter what you think about the engine tokens, they have to stay. But the fact of the matter is, if you had a fair distribution about tokens, you get. I think this year you've got 20 tokens to develop your engine on. Now,
what's tokens? I don't understand.
You can develop So basically, tokens.
Isn't it like updating tokens?
Updating parts of the engine. So Renault, Mercedes, Ferrari, and Honda have 20 tokens to use this season. I'll keep that over there.
Yeah.
Now, it's split into 3 different parts. One token can be used if you're upgrading stuff that's quite small. So
like a water pump or something like that.
No, let's say like cylinder chambers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Make the cars a bit more efficient. Can you open it for him? Because you're going to make way too much noise.
Give.
The second one is, and then you can spend 2 tokens on stuff like auxiliaries and
like belts and stuff.
Stuff like that. And the third one is for the, let's say, the big stuff.
Turbos,
stuff like that.
Intercools,
now,
radiators.
I thought they upgraded the engine as a whole.
No, it's split into tokens and parts. Wow. Each part is split in separate.
Now I don't know.
No, I don't mind that. I haven't got a problem with that at all. The problem is that the development is there for everyone, which I don't think it should. My fourth point would be, for the team constructor that is far in front, such as Mercedes, they shouldn't have as many tokens as, let's say, Honda should have.
Because they've
What
won.
I would say is Mercedes should have theirs balanced up, and even Total Wolf came out and said there should be. We'd agree on a compromise. If the Mercedes and the Ferrari engine had, let's say, maybe 10 tokens to
Whereas
develop,
everyone else had
whereas
20.
Renault and Honda, because they're that far behind, had a bit more to help them catch up. It would promote equality, and you'd have more cars battling for the lead. And that brings us on to my fifth point.
Equality.
Equality, but not for teams, but for drivers. Because there are too many teams nowadays, and this comes back to the first point about costs, that are having to employ pay drivers to come back into the sport. Now, as you know, this year for F1, 20 of the 22 seats for this season's grid have already been sorted. It's only Manor that haven't been sorted. Now, there's a Malaysian driver. No, it's not Malaysian.
Filipino.
Taiwanese driver called Rio Haryanto, who's got backing from a couple of places that equals up to 10 million, I think it's euros or dollars, I can't remember which one. And he's applied to that's one of the seats at Manor. I'm sorry, but £10 million. Let's say £6 or £7 million. That's a lot of money for the seat for a season. That's far too. Last year.
Wait, they're paying the driver 10 million?
The sponsors backing the driver want to pay Manor that much to get him into a seat.
Why not let them do it then?
Now, that's too much money to me. If you're a paid driver, I can maybe understand 1 or 2 million. That would be
What was Steve on?
feasible. I think Steve-O was about 1.5, 2 million. Palmer's had to put up 3.5, if I'm right in saying, for this season from his sponsors.
Really?
Last year, when the Sauber drivers got in, it was 9 and 12 million respectively. That's way too much in my eyes. More needs to be done because there are a lot of drivers out there who haven't got the budget but are bloody brilliant.
Palmer's quite good.
Palmer's good, but fortunately he's got the money because his dad founded Palmer Motorsports, which is took off. And don't forget, his father was an F1 driver back in the day, so it does help that having that link. But it's way too expensive now, and I could even say a sixth thing: get people in charge to make the rules know what they're actually doing. Bernie's fine with the commercial side; that's what he deals with, and I like that. But the problem is that the FIA with Jean Todt, who, let's be fair, when he first got elected, was a completely sound choice. Former head of Ferrari, knows his stuff. Since he's come in, I don't think he's known jack shit. To be brutally honest, he's helped.
Did he come in a couple of years ago?
He helped the WRC. Now, when he went for the election, he was up against Ari Vatanen, who was the Formula WRC champion back in '81, who I wanted. But I think they need to employ people. You need to make it. F1 needs to make a decision. Who makes the rules? The people that own F1, which is CVC, or the teams.
The teams are starting to make the rules more and more.
I want the teams making a decision. I want someone who can actually shepherd it round. Otherwise, we'll end up having a FISA Foca war that we did back in the 80s, and nobody wants that.
Or like with Hunt and that when.
No, this is way after.
I'm just saying, because during the film, obviously, I don't know if it's real, but it was actually.
It's all based on real events.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I wasn't there, but.
Yeah, the film was based on real events, mate.
Oh my, sorry.
Well, go on. You were saying that.
Spain when he won, was it? And he disqualified.
Yeah, that's true. He got reinstated 4 months later, but it was Brands Hatch where he didn't get reinstated. But literally, Bernie, you know me number. Give us a call and I'll sort F1 out for you. Because I know what I'm talking about.
Honestly, I was thinking about the table things,
literally
the constructors.
Yeah.
They could sort that out, top place gets less tokens than the bottom place, but they get more money.
It's not like that. It's not like that. The engine manufacturers are responsible for the tokens, not the teams.
Really?
Yeah, because they're the ones who are making the engine. McLaren don't make the Honda engine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought it was the team uses the tokens for the.
No, the team does what they can with the budget that they've got. That comes in the form of sponsors and stuff, which, to be brutally honest, are now being snatched up by F1, which is not. Rolex were actually going to do a deal with McLaren a couple of years back, but then they decided, we'll just sponsor F1 instead.
Really?
Yeah. What do you see around all the tracks now?
Rolex.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is a sound move. But I'm going to move it on.
because we spent like about 20 minutes talking about F1. Or you have.
We always do.
I don't mind. It's not the start of the season yet. I miss it already. Fortunately, the rallying's on in a couple of weeks, so I'm made up. Now, we obviously use Google Chrome.
Yes, quite a lot.
I don't.
What do you use?
I'm going to say Firefox.
Oh, you're...
Because I don't use my laptop that much, do I? Or I
Has
use...
Google Chrome on it, doesn't it?
No, he's got an Apple. It's got
You
this-
wanker.
Got the jelly bean thing, doesn't it? Whatever it is.
Safari.
Now, you know, Chrome has extensions and apps that you can download for it. You know, stuff like ad block, stuff like that. you know.
Yeah.
Well, someone in America has had that much of Donald Trump now, has decided, I'm going to make a Trump filter. That's officially what it's called, I'm not going to lie. Now, this has been developed by Rob Spector, and he said, it's the antidote for Donald Trump's, and I quote, toxic candidacy. We all here at Britain hope he gets in because then your country's going to cock. And it will be down to us to bail you all out again.
Oh, hello,
300
dear.
plus years later.
Oh, what was that?
So-
You fucked up. Oh, Jelly, good. Just join the Empire again.
Well, anyway,
Rule, Britannia,
I
rules the
guarantee
world.
America would not let us have that as much as I'd like that.
I'll be
It's got
fucking
right now.
class.
Shut up, you.
With Majesty's shit.
Matty.
United.
Tell him to shut up. Thank you. Now, the Trump filter has 3 settings. It's called mild, aggressive, and vindictive. And it goes from wiping a page clean of text to blocking entire news sites. Now, Huffington Post, where I've got this from, has actually done a little comparison. So, as you can see here, there's as you two can see, not everyone else. There's the normal
Mr. Trump, yeah.
Mr. Trump article. Can you see that?
Yes.
See it at the bottom there? Now, when we put the Trump filter on, it now looks like that
Come on.
at the bottom.
There's nothing there.
And it gets better.
Does it
You
work?
look at yeah, it works. It's
Have
already
you
on.
tried it?
No, I look for news purposely for him, just so we can talk about it and laugh about it. Now you can see the Trump organisation website there. Nice, svelte.
Let's have a look.
Full skyscraper.
Trump Towers, yeah.
Trump Towers, yeah. You see that?
Yeah.
And then when it's on vindictive, that's what it looks like.
Just a black screen.
Just a black screen. So download it now from the App Store for Google Chrome. It's free, by the way. So yeah, do you like
Or if you want to leave that going and vote for them and join the Empire again, yeah.
if you want? Yeah.
Rule,
I guarantee that would
Yeah.
never happen. I guarantee that would never happen.
Britain will never shall be slaves.
Can I just say, Stop
the
knocking my
TV?
TV for the kickoff.
Shut
Shut up. Your Philippine news, by any chances about a priest? It
Do you know what's funny?
Right, say nothing then, say nothing then, right.
Wait, I was sort of thinking.
When I said say nothing,
He said say
say nothing. As it processes his way through his mind, Gerald the field hamster starts speeding up. Now, Matty,
Fuck
this
this
is
is the hamster's dead.
Matty.
Fucking died, just overweight.
Now, Matty,
I actually had a hamster.
Matty,
So did I?
shut up. Now, a Catholic priest in the Philippines has not done anything dodgy before you say anything.
Wait, what do you class as dodgy? Drugs?
Anything to do with sexual related and quiet altar boys.
What went wrong in the 80s
Okay.
round the UK?
Now, he's been suspended for doing something during Christmas Eve Mass. Would you like to have a guess of what it was? I know it's funny.
Don't say you fucked a turkey.
No, it's
No.
nothing.
didn't just
It's
sit there.
nothing sexual.
No, he's
It's
not randomly
nothing
going to sit
sexual.
there like, in the name of the Father, and of the Son,
The Holy Ghost and the
and the
turkey.
Holy Amen.
That's a surprisingly good impression. I wonder what he's been up to. Do you want to have a guess what he's done? It's nothing sexual.
No, just
It's nothing
just
drug related.
Think it through.
Filipino.
Think of something that's been in the news lately controversially in the UK.
What's been setting fire?
Oh, don't tell him that because he'll get it straight
The
away.
hoverboard. The
He's been banned for riding a hoverboard during Christmas Eve Mass.
Haven't you seen the video?
No.
Oh, Mill. Right, it's halfway through Mass, And all you can see, like, I didn't notice it at first.
No, we don't.
You look carefully, you can just see these little blue lights at the bottom, and the fact he's actually got a white one as well to try and camouflage it.
He's got a white one, but the blue flashing lights kind of give it away, and all you see him is just rolling forward on his hoverboard.
Yeah, and then he gets to the end of the aisle and then just turns round and then walks down.
He said, apparently, according to the statement of the diocese in San Pablo, apparently...
Sao Paulo, did you say?
San Pablo.
Oh,
the Eucharist demands utmost respect and reverence. It is the memorial of the Lord's sacrifice, all that stuff.
Yeah,
it is not a personal celebration where one can capriciously introduce something to get the attention of people. Was he trying to get the attention, or was he just
being lazy?
That's
trying to be
also what the Catholic Church do quite a bit. Because all you do is you walk through Birkenhead. Oh, would you like to?
I imagine in more religious countries, Mikey, that they're a bit more, I don't know, respectable than they are here.
The most bent over organisation to ever be on the planet.
Mikey Keating on
bent
religion.
over being a key word.
Literally.
Can I just say, for the sake of the podcast, Mikey's views about religion are his own and do not reflect the opinions of the X-Team.
That was a fucking knobhead, yeah. Oh, by the way, Jack Millington's views on everything else but religion is his own. And Matty Moss, we just don't console with him. He's just a subcontractor.
Obviously,
okay?
when we come to official statements, everyone comes to me. Everything he says is invalid.
Everything I say is just crazy.
Everything you say causes problems.
Yeah, it's great.
Not for us two.
Not for us too. For me, trying to. He kicks you off, and then you kick off at him, and I've got to control it.
Yeah, how do you think I feel? I get people going to me like that, sort of watch the podcast, like, why was he saying that? Fucking this, that, and the other, like. And then I've got to sit there for 20 minutes and literally dig like a hole to go underneath this bullshit to come back up. And then when I go, okay, let's just leave it at that now. And then someone else goes, oh yeah, that Matty Morris, yeah. Why was he saying about this? And, oh, for fuck's sake, back through the hole again, yeah.
Now, you know, people in the traditional British winter, as we're now starting to come towards it, and anyone who has to use a bike, start, oh, I've got to use my bike to go, it's freezing, I wish I had a car. You know what I mean? Well, you know
he's got a perfectly good automobile, and I'll take the bike to it. Are you fucking mental, mate? It's pissing down, and you want to get on a two-wheeled fucking thing that you have to push. Fucking breathe out your ass and get to work. Piss wet.
I don't know what's wrong with your breathing system, but breathing out of your ass and mouth is probably dangerous for your health, and you should say that.
Everyone seems to say that nowadays. Breathe out your fucking ass.
I don't get why.
Well, you always get that fat kid in January who's riding the fucking bike like 6 miles. Like,
sweating.
Oh, yeah. He's not even in work. It's like 8:30 in the morning. He's like, sounds like
you sound like a
dog toy.
As I was saying, anyway, there was a bicycle race in Yakutsk.
Did you all fall over?
This is in the Sakha Republic, which is in Russia. Its population is almost 300,000. Would you like to know what was so special about this bike race? Bear in mind...
There's only 2 people who took part?
No.
3 people?
Bear in mind it's a 10km distance bike race, and there were 2 different winners, a women's and a male. A 10km race for the men and a 5k race for the women.
I thought everything was supposed to be equal nowadays.
Welcome to Russia.
Yep. Where the bear tells you to
now, a 10km. Now, just to put into perspective, a 10km race
is
6 miles. Yeah,
6-8 mile. Yeah, 6
miles. 5 kilometres is 3 miles. Times that by 2, it's 10. 10 take away the,
right there.
Here he goes onto Apple.
10 kilometres in
like
miles.
Siri's gonna understand. Just leave it for once in your life. Get off your phone.
Fuck it is. She's working it. Okay, 6.2 miles.
So 6 miles.
6.2 miles.
No one gives a toss whether it's 6.2 or 6. But the fact of the matter is, it took this man, the male winner of the 10km race, to do it in 30 minutes and 44 seconds. You want to know why?
By any chance did he get the train?
No. If 30 minutes. Bear in mind, it takes me walking speed to do 5Ks at 45 minutes. A bike, on average, travels 4 times faster than that. So, let's say 45 minutes, you take, let's say, a quarter of that off it, you're looking
Depends
at...
what type of bike, depends on the weight, the ratio, power.
What?
If you look at my type...
It sounds stupid, but it does.
Basically, on a bike. On a bicycle. Just a bicycle.
Bicycle.
A bicycle.
Bicycle.
It takes me about... You are special, you are. You're the knobhead. You're the knobhead for setting them off. Stop setting them off.
Bicycle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most retarded 2 people I know.
Bicycle.
I didn't even say it like a gay puff, like you're making me out to
That's gonna be cold now, surely.
Yeah, it will be, because mine was cold when I drank mine. That was 20 minutes ago.
Ice cold.
No, they did this race at minus 45 degrees where bikes froze.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah. Apparently the Nelly Pacamova, who was the woman, she apparently said, my bicycle froze and it was hard to cycle. It was very extreme thanks to the organisers. I just want to say, you're going to have 2 new competitors next season. These 2. In revenge for all the crap you put me through in 2015 of causing this podcast to slowly but surely...
When is it?
Funny enough, it's in January, Mike.
Hey!
You've got 12 months to prepare.
I can't, sorry mate, my leg's broken. The doctor said that I can't do anything for 2 years, and you know the sprain factor.
That's good. 2 years to recover, and then the year after that you can go do it.
Matty's doing half next year.
Speed through.
See bubbles like.
You said bicycle, I thought you meant car.
It's got wheels on it. And it's got brakes.
Because gaming news is
pedals as well on it, yeah.
Because gaming news is a bit poor this week
This week?
because it's New Year, and what do developers do in New Year?
Make the prices go up.
No, get pissed and do whatever they like.
Get pissed, lower the prices, and just get pissed even more.
I don't think anything's come out for gaming news this week, has it?
I've got 3 things to talk about.
Really?
Yeah. Which, as is every week,
I've got a review.
What?
Wait, hang on. What are you reviewing?
Dun, 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 dun. El Presidente.
You haven't had it a week.
It's been 2
I have.
days.
You haven't.
It's been 2
You
days.
haven't. You've
I
not had
haven't
it for a
had
week.
2 days.
Yes, you fucking have. You should see the amount of time. All I've heard is El Presidente. Oh, for fuck's sake! I've not won the election again.
But we've also found another game where it was impossible to rage at for him to rage at. But seriously though, PlayStation's games that they're giving away for free this month.
Good.
Actually, I've heard they're quite good.
Well, I think they are, to be honest with you. If you got the PS3, which I have, they're actually giving away for free Medal of Honor Warfighter.
Oh, what?
Just for PS3?
Just for PS3.
Oh, God, that's good. That one as well.
Dragon Age Origins is also there.
Damn.
PS4, we've got Grim Fandango Remastered, which was a belter of a game back in the day. And the game that I think could be the new sort of success story after Rocket League, Hardware Rivals.
So you get all the shitty games and they get all the good games. That's not fair.
I would have played Warfighter.
Same here.
Oh, I would have been the SAS Trooper again. I always used to go with the M16, like, oh.
Now, can I just say for the record?
No.
Why am I asking you? Well, actually, why am I asking you? You're just knob.
Snap. Backhand.
Bang, 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 bang.
He knows it.
Bum, 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 bum.
Do you know how?
Full stop.
Do you know? I just make a key point. The thing that I did at the start of the podcast was going to be a one-off. He's now made it 3 times more worse because I'm going to do 2 more to really piss you off in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, bro.
I will now.
What the fuck was that?
If anyone's wondering what Hardware Rival is, it's basically a sort of. Do you remember Destruction Derby?
Yeah.
Back in the day. Well,
That's
imagine
great,
that, except You can. It's more like sort of really crazily animated, and the fact that you can drive a tank.
Oh, fuck.
If I want to drive a tank, I'll just go on GTA.
Or Battlefield. Battlefield's not
Thank
bad.
you.
Or you could just have, a bit of fun.
Battlefield.
You could do a Battlefield.
I would say that's.
Sorry,
good.
and it would not be fun to blow me out the sky as I get.
No, because I'll miss.
When I'm right in front of you.
Yeah.
If he's actually we're actually a good team in the tank. We won a 12 kill streak the other day.
It took us half an hour to die.
Yeah,
Oh,
I literally.
in a tank.
Let's put it. No, like they're all running in front of us, but like go through the smoke screen.
But kill streak in a tank.
The Morris Keating coalition come up with a great
know we're
idea.
against other tanks when we're in our
Yeah.
tank.
As well as attack choppers.
Oh, well, you've still got the
RPGs.
You've still got the
C4.
safety of the security of a tank.
Mill. They also
Against
had
another tank.
Actually, two. Sorry, can I just add in?
Yeah. Also, we had RPGs firing at us, C4, javelins,
Yeah.
people running.
The thing is though, you're in a tank
against another tank
With
RPGs.
just one repair guy.
Actually, two.
No, because you wouldn't get out the fucking tank. You're like, I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out. Matty Elwood, I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out. Oh, for fuck's sake!
This has been a good 5 minutes.
And then he finally gets out when we die.
I'm gonna move it on.
I know.
That's
Now,
Battlefield music.
because gaming news has been strange, I've gone over to the dark side to find
it's a
this
PC
story.
game.
No, why would I go?
Is this dark side?
Yeah, Xbox.
Oh.
Not PC. I actually like Xbox owners. They're slightly deluded, which is why I'm friends with you two. But the fact of the matter is, they
Welcome
at least
to
the
S-Team annual PC Gamer Rage.
I was at an annual PC Gamer Rage because I'm not raging at PC. I'm talking
You
about
what?
Xbox.
I don't like them. I don't like with them. I don't like them. To me, but the thing is, comedy like when I don't like them and I like them.
Ooh, can I review Rise of the Rome? I've had it over a week.
No, you can't, because you can't review anything.
Hey, you got a point, but I could try.
Now, apparently, you remember when Xbox announced the backwards compatibility when they were telling, we can play your old 360 game. Well,
you can't play them all.
Well, they've got a problem.
Go on.
Now, obviously, you two will have both played Halo Reach.
Yep.
Good game. Very good game.
Apparently, it's effectively, and they were talking about this, it is pretty much unplayable on Xbox backwards compatibility. Apparently, one user said the frame rate's terrible, which makes the game feel jerky and completely messes with the aiming. And I quote here, "It's shit." I'd rather they didn't release it all because, as a BC title, then release it like this. How can they release it in this state? It's unplayable. Other people are just saying the game speed slows. You're playing it. Other people are saying it's a hot pile of trash. That's Americans. Even the Brits have even been saying that it's just falling apart and apparently this is not just this game that's having this problem. I haven't got it confirmed, but I do know from other people who've got an Xbox One have said, yeah, some of our games aren't working properly when you go backwards. I was like, well, what do you think? You've gone backwards to a time when the land was much more simpler. Why don't you just play your 360?
Exactly.
Because I sold my...
Because you're in...
I
actually use my 360 more than my Xbox One.
I actually sold my Xbox
Why do you think?
360 to join the bright side of life.
The light side. The good side of the Force.
Yeah. The Jedi.
Have you seen that yet?
No, he hasn't.
Alright.
Spoiler alert! No, I'm only joking. I wouldn't do that.
Jack's just sitting in the movie. Oh god! Into the background of the lightsaber.
Right, back to the Xbox thing.
That was it. I've got
Matty
one more
with a
thing.
Sith lightsaber. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
So all the games aren't working.
I wouldn't say all of them. I know a lot of them are working.
Just
but some
95% of them aren't.
Because I'm hoping they bring out all the Assassin's Creed games back on it.
What's the problem? Why do you think I never got rid of my PS3? Because I knew PS4 and PlayStation Sony would do something exactly the same. And as usual, when I try and say something, Mikey's doing this thing. When he tries to explain a story, he doesn't get to the fucking point.
I do, but it just takes a lot fucking longer.
Yes, we ought to get a load of...
Yeah, so when instead of having 2 humans by the end of it, you have 2 skeletons.
That once belonged to 2 humans.
There are some PS4 games coming out this month. I haven't done this for a while. We've got coming out on the 5th, which today's the 3rd.
I've got 2
So
days.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. We got Amplitude. I've mentioned this before on the podcast. There was a game back in the noughties which I've just lost in my mind, but it was a racing based music game.
What?
It's basically like you had to. Do you remember Wipeout?
Yeah.
Imagine a sort of Wipeout style game, but like with the power of music. It was a mental design, but they've brought out Amplitude, which is the spiritual successor to it, and I'm looking forward to playing that.
What else is coming out this month?
As I've said, Hardware Rival, that comes out on Tuesday.
Division, when does that come out? Is that Feb?
That's March. Assassin's Creed Chronicles, the Indian one, comes out on the 12th, and I think next month is the Russian one.
Oh,
I don't like the Chronicles stuff.
I might give it a go.
Assassin's Creed, did you say the next one's in Japan?
It hasn't been confirmed,
But from the looks of it.
but it looks like it, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
I'm amazed we got to January the 3rd and nothing's been announced about Assassin's Creed next game.
Yeah,
Last
the fact
year
that
it got ruined.
it was only out like 3 weeks. It was like, oh, the next one's set in London. It's like,
Oh, balls.
oh god.
I think that's because everyone was so fed up of Unity after 3 weeks they wanted the next one.
No, like literally when it was actually going alright. So for some people, someone just randomly.
For some people,
hacked
so
it.
you mean like free.
Yeah, for 3 people. That's 3 people in the Ubisoft servers. Yeah.
There's other stuff coming out. Life is Strange is coming out for retail.
They've
Which
got
is
all these like arcade type games coming
Life is Strange is not an arcade type game. This is a properly, really well balanced story based game.
What the fuck is it?
It's a story based game, like.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, maybe if you did some research for a change.
Well, I'm sorry.
Instead of complaining about your
Instead of complaining about games coming out.
Hey, El Presidente has just built a fucking nuclear facility.
Oh wow, good for you.
As well
don't
as,
blow yourself up.
as well as a space program.
Oh go suck on your rebellion.
I need 2 people to front my astronaut program.
Well, I'm not helping you.
Nope.
Also coming out.
Tough shit you're going anyway, so I need. Come on, Mel, I need a commander.
Also
I need
coming out
someone
in
to
January.
rise-
Shut up, you utter spanner. Also coming out in January, we got for him especially Lego's Marvel Avengers.
Get in!
I've got the.
I knew you'd react worse than he did. I knew you'd do that.
I've got
Oh,
the.
I love the Lego games.
superheroes.
And for
That's
me,
great.
and the last big thing that I can really say that's coming out for me, the big game of the month is Sebastian Loeb Rally Eva.
I still haven't played that fucking demo.
Wait, can I just
Nothing
say?
to crash it. This please.
Sebastian Loeb. Oh, sorry. Let me correct that. Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo.
Can I just say something here? I'm actually interested, right? Am I the only person that thinks the Lego games are quite funny?
I enjoy the Lego games.
He doesn't.
Why?
No, I
don't
don't.
see
I
any
don't.
kid
I just don't see. I don't see the point of me owning it
So what's the point knowing an F1 2015?
because I like F1.
Or FIFA 2015, FIFA 2016,
I
FIFA
think
2015.
I love the way that he does this, right? If for anyone who doesn't know him, and I've known him for 10 years, and he always does this thing right, he goes, when I say I don't like him, something, then he goes, why do you like this then? And it's like,
No, it's
because
not.
I like this.
No,
It is. You do it all the time. You did it a couple of weeks ago on the
What?
podcast. I can't remember what it was, but I can go back and look at
T-Rex.
it. He does this.
do you want me
thing.
to start the T-Rex again?
No.
Really?
I'll just stop the podcast. But he does this all the time. He's just done it. Then he goes, I don't see the point. I don't see the point of owning it. And he goes, why did you play F1 then? Why did you buy FIFA?
He does
Because
do
I
that
like
quite a bit.
F1 and I like football.
No, I'm not having a go at it. I'm
Yes,
just
you
checking.
fucking
You
were.
do every
Shut up! Right, then what I'm saying is like some people might enjoy it.
I love
Obviously,
Lego.
like-
Right.
He said he enjoys it, he just doesn't have it.
I love Lego, but I just can't own the game.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I've played it at my nephew's. And I just can't own the game. I don't know.
But why wouldn't you want a
You're sounding like that fucking.
You're sounding like a knob, is what he's sounding
that
like.
bird off Finding Nemo. Why? Meet mine.
Oh, Dory.
Sounding like the friggin' seagulls.
Yeah.
Mine. To be brutally honest with you, Mike,
That's
I will
fair
not deny to anyone that Lego. I would recommend anyone go and get the Lego games because they are so fun.
No,
I just can't own it.
That's fair enough. But like, do when you see people who are like, oh, it's gay. How's it gay?
I'm not like that because
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, do you
I'll-
know when you see like certain people, oh, it's gay, black, like Call of Duty shite. The next one comes out. Oh, mate, I've just got the new Call of Duty.
To be fair, he's kind of shot himself in the foot there because when Black Ops 3 got announced, he went, "Looks gay," and he hasn't even played the damn thing yet.
No, but the thing is, I'm not going to play because I'm not that type of person.
Yes, you will. Give it 2 months.
To be brutally honest with you, right, I haven't played. I've actually played Black Ops 3, and it's a fun game. And I can see why people play it. But have you played it, Mike?
I've watched the gameplay, but it's a bit over the top.
I had a discussion about this with my stepsister's fiance, and he's Call of Duty mad, and he said, and he agreed exactly the same thing on me, and he hasn't bought it either. Bear in mind, he's bought every single Call of Duty that's ever come out. He said exactly the same thing as me. He's like, it's like Titanfall. And Titanfall is actually a much better game.
Nobody plays it though.
Exactly, but they'll play COD because it's COD.
It's the market.
This is the Call of Duty conundrum. It's a game that people play because it's fun. It doesn't make it. No, it doesn't. You don't like it.
It causes
trauma. Yeah,
it causes.
It makes you go angry and rage and swear at the TV.
People teabagging your body.
That's just you, mate.
And then you've got FIFA, which is exactly the.
FIFA's
understandable.
And you. I do not rage at FIFA.
You're bad. When you rage,
you're fucking horrific.
What do you mean I rage? I rage? I get rage at him, yeah? But I don't get rage when I play.
No, from the rare occasions.
That's not rage.
From the very
anger.
Anger? You call that anger? You haven't seen me angry.
Here's his fucking rage. That pisses me off.
You rage every single time. You actually, lately, have been so bad that sometimes I do not like playing with you, Mike. And that's how bad you've got, and you don't understand that.
I know.
It's so bad, Mike. You've got.
I leave because you're angry. It's pissing me off.
From the rare occasions, like I said, very.
See how he directs it to me.
No, I'm not that. Oh my god! I'm just trying to say the facts. I know I get game made. I know I can't control my anger. I know this.
And the Oscar nomination for Best Actor goes to
not Mikey Keating. No, from the very rare occasion, which has been the once, we've been playing, and we were only trying to have a joke with you, and all you hear is, "Oh, I'm fucking enough with this," because you couldn't keep hold of the ball, and it just come up on the top screen. Jack Millington.
Because you pissed me off.
No, it wasn't. I had nothing to do with it.
It was just you had like a few. With you ball hog.
Wow.
At least
Matty Morris go for it.
Mikey's attempted defences to attack Matty.
At least I scored.
You got
You fucking haven't lately.
So that's it for this week's podcast. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow Mikey the Ball Hogger at.
He's not good.
Mikey next D. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's JatCM53. You can follow him in his street in Greasby.
Or Tesco, but he also inhabits the D Hotel in West Cape.
There's a suspicious thing going on there. I don't want to know what that's all about. But that's our new podcast ending on a nice and cheery note.
We've got Faceballs, so just...
What?
Facebook, for anyone who doesn't know what the joke is for that. We haven't got a Twitter. We've got Twitter, but...
I'll be making a Twitter.
Don't see the point.
Shut up, Mel. I'm making a Twitter.
I've got more followers than you.
So I'm going to make a Twitter.
I'm going to take a Twitter, followed by myself.
But no one else.
That's it for this week's podcast. It's bye from Matty.
Bye.
Bye from Mikey.
Fuck off.
And it's bye from me, and we've been the S team.